Peace be with you. These were the first words that the world heard from Pope Leo from the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica when he was first presented to us after his election. Peace be with you. Indeed, many think that peace has become a kind of theme of the early months of his papacy. He's talked about it in many speeches and taken several actions in that direction. But I think there's a liturgical significance to his greeting that's both profound and maybe easy to overlook. Peace be with you. When in the liturgy have you heard this or something similar? You might rightly think about the beginning of Mass. You might even think, now that I've prompted you, that that's how I greeted you at the beginning of Mass today. You would be very close. A priest's greeting at the beginning of Mass is often "the Lord be with you," or "the grace and peace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with you." But a priest does not say this simple, straightforward, almost commanding reality, "Peace be with you." That greeting is an option for the beginning of Mass, but it's reserved to bishops. This greeting that Pope Leo gave the world, his new flock, upon his election, "Peace be with you," is the same way he has greeted the congregation at every Mass since he became bishop. Peace be with you. Why is this seemingly simple greeting so profound and reserved to bishops? It goes back to the locked upper room in which the resurrected Jesus appeared to his apostles, breathed upon them, and said, you guessed it, "Peace be with you." The bishops, as the successor to the apostles, greet us with peace because they're the successors of those who received that peace directly from Jesus. When you or I are at Mass with a bishop and he greets us with "Peace be with you," it's this peace of Christ that was imparted directly to him by Christ by way of his apostolic succession, and which he passes on to us. That's the peace, directly from Christ, with which Pope Leo greeted the world. Peace be with you. Immediately after Jesus imparted his peace upon his apostles in the upper room, he sent them out into the world, as he was sent by the Father. This is a mission not just reserved to the apostles and their successors, though, as we heard in today's gospel. In today's gospel, Jesus sends out not just his apostles, but these 72 disciples. And these 72 are sent out with fairly specific and similar instructions. When they reach a home, they are to say, "Peace to this household." What is this but the very same peace that these 72 themselves received from Jesus? Peace be with you. This is also often the greeting of many of the temptations that we face. You will be at peace if you can provide just a little more for your financial security. You will be at peace if you can get just a few more points on your GPA or one more leadership position for your resume to get that job, to get that internship, or to get into that college that will definitely fulfill you. You will be at peace if you can drop just 5 more pounds from the scale, or add 5 more pounds to your max in the weight room. You will be at peace if your next post gets just a few more likes, or if you watch just one more episode or reel online. And you might really feel at peace for a moment or two. But how long before that voice comes back to say, well, maybe one more promotion, maybe one more line on your resume, maybe one more pound, one less pound. And let's be honest, who's ever watched just one reel? Peace be with you. When we hear this from Jesus, or from those he sends, it is a definitive peace, a real peace, a lasting peace, a peace that is authentic. It scatters all of these tempting impostors of would-be peace in favor of the peace that is lasting, the peace that Isaiah describes in our first reading, the peace by which we are nursed and cared for, and in which we and our vocations flourish, the peace of being wrapped in our mother's arms. Peace be with you. If we had read the ordinary time readings last week, we would have heard that just before today's gospel, Jesus resolutely determined to journey to Jerusalem. The disciples he sends out in today's gospel are going out ahead of him to prepare his way to Jerusalem, where he is going on an urgent, pressing mission to inaugurate his new kingdom of true and lasting peace. We are those disciples as well, going out into the world to offer his peace, praying for our labors, praying for more laborers, and being unshaken when we meet with derision or rejection, because our hope, our peace, is found neither in our successes nor in how often we must shake the sand from our sandals, but in our names being written in heaven, in the New Jerusalem. Peace be with you. As we are on this mission, we follow the rule that Paul speaks of in our second reading today, the rule of the cross, the rule that brings peace and mercy, and that is our only cause for boasting. We carry, like Paul and like our Lord, the marks of sufferings endured for the sake of love, as evidence that we live as hopeful new creatures of the new kingdom of peace that God has set his face towards bringing about. My brothers and sisters, I say to you not as an apostle or as their successor, but rather as a successor, as are you, to the 72 disciples that Jesus sends out today. Peace to this household.